welcome back to another Sunday at the Hobby Collab. We are doing a hobby hangout. It is me, Meg, and Zach hanging out today, and we are working on Morbid Conjurations. Yeah, Zach. Oh, right, and do the thing. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe and all that stuff.
Yeah, give it a like. Give us a like if you're in here, please. We would appreciate it. It helps show the video off to other places in YouTube. Meg, let's take a look at where we are at these. Excuse me. Now, a little bit of background information that's kind of important, which is that the conjurations are we have a few different manifestation lores that we've worked on here. And yeah, I'll show you in 1 second. I just want to give a little bit of background information. Morbid Conjuration weirdly is one that we have not been using. And it's mostly because we didn't really have it ready to go. Then we started playing when the 4th edition came out, and we were kind of like, wow, we actually have Primal ready. We kind of like Primal. They nerfed Morbid Conjuration, so much so that I think Primal almost became better. And we all just kind of got used to Primal. We were using Primal a lot. And mostly, actually, honestly, when we play on our show, we mostly use the one that is associated with our own faction.
Not me.
Not you. You don't have one. Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't think about that. So let's show...
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'll show here...
Soul Blight either. So I've never played...
yeah, neither of yours.
Or Beast Claw Raiders, because they don't have them.
None of them have one,
I've never experienced what you're talking about.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you pretty much always use Primal. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Infinity.
So here we go. This is where these are at. You probably actually have seen that we do have a Purple Sun, and we do have a Suffocating Gravetide. The Purple Sun is Brad's. The Suffocating Gravetide was one I painted up, but we're doing this cool kind of background stuff here that Megan and Vino used to like own a few streams ago, and this is what Meg's going to be doing today, is working kind of on more of this. Ultimately, it'll be a little more greeny and glowier. And that's like a good thing. It'll look pretty cool contrasted to this. So that's here. That's the Morbid Conjuration. The Suffocating Gravetide. And you can see there are these like stone pieces. I'll be honest with you. I painted the stone pieces on the other one. I could get it maybe later in the stream and show you. And I actually don't like what it does. I sort of like keeping it all very glowy. Honestly, like this. So that's kind of the plan here. There's not a lot more work to be done here. I actually want to be careful with dry brushing as well. When you dry brush something that's glowing energy, I think you kind of pull back from that look a little bit. You can actually end up with something that looks less like glowing cool energy.
Okay.
Okay, so here's this guy. Speaking of glowing cool energy, we'll move to the little one next. Here's the Malevolent Maelstrom. I think this thing is called, right? This is the little bomb. You set it up, it blows up. This one was super good when it first came out, but they fixed it.
They fixed it so it's not good anymore.
Well, it used to sit here and be a bomb, and then it would explode and hurt only enemy units.
Oh, now it hurts you now.
Now it hurts you as well.
Like that.
Yeah, the Nighthaunt have a better version of this, honestly. But the nice thing about the Nighthaunt one is that it only hurts non-Nighthaunt, but it can't move. This one can move and blow up. Kind of a big deal. Meg, could I see the chains?
Oh, the chains.
The chains over there.
That's what I'm
gonna
assemble.
Yeah, we have some work to do on the chains. I kept it pretty simple on the chains. Actually, I got some help last night from D, Godforge, and Cody Cold Paints and Hobby Hang. I ended up going with a metallic, black, white Zenithal, silver Zenithal, and then I used Minotaur Ghost tints, which I love. I forgot about how cool they are. And these are Minotaur Ghost Tint purple over top of it. They give this candy apple shiny look. And that's it. We're going to keep these simple. We keep all these kind of simple.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's one last. Sorry. Yeah, we'll come back.
No, you're good.
One last. The king of Morbid Conjurations.
Oh.
The stupid purple son of Shaiish.
The stupid purple sun.
Here he is.
Why is it stupid? Why don't you like this purple sun?
First of all, the purple sun is maybe the coolest looking manifestation.
I think the mandrill is.
I mean, like actual models,
the real
right?
one.
Yeah. I think the purple sun is probably one of the coolest. It is vastly overrated as an endless spell.
Overrated.
Yeah, I think it is very overrated. You have to get this thing into combat. It doesn't do that well in combat. And then it's not that hard to kill or banish. And you're doing all of this just to, give people -1 to make their save one worse by 1, which is strong. But I just think it's fairly easy to it's not super easy to set that up. It's harder than you think. But it is cool looking. I'm pretty happy with how this thing came out. This has only been airbrushed to this point. We want to do a little more brush work on this,
Sure.
of course, yeah. But this is it for now.
And Zach, so you're gonna take on painting those, and I'm gonna do these bases. I actually rewatched our episode last night, Vino, so that I could remember how we did the bases. But
Okay.
it's pretty simple. Like, I don't know if we want to review it or not, but
Yeah,
here's where
sure,
okay,
sure.
Okay. Here, take these.
So some of these are finished.
They're in various states of completion, yeah.
And then, of course, keep in mind this guy also. He has it,
Here, let's
he's
focus.
he's had it been built in around him here, but he also needs it.
Yeah. So this is where we're headed for all of these, right? It was just like t-shirt material.
Oh, and there's some tufts too.
T-shirt material, some like texture, and then dry brushing. Pretty much, it's really simple. It's a very simple project. So I'll definitely finish today.
Okay, great. That'll be good. I don't.
That'd be great.
I don't have like a ton.
That'd be a good day for me.
I don't have like a ton to do on this either. The only thing I would say is I would love it here if I could. This actually isn't the right one for the purple sun?
Yeah.
The right one is.
Well, it's the right size, isn't it?
It's the right size, but
Okay.
it's not where the pegs are. But I guess we're just not going to use the pegs.
Oh, forget the pegs. I'm cutting the pegs off.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right. Cool.
Pegs are dumb. Unless you're into that kind of thing.
Well, they're good for keeping the model sturdy over its lifetime, but I think we can probably manage without.
We can manage without pegs at the Hobby Collab.
Okay, great.
Okay, so now what? Are we just going to start working?
Yeah, we should start working.
We should start
Thanks for
working.
being here with us today. If you're new, a reminder, we do appreciate you being here. We do appreciate support.
Yeah, pretty much.
We do take fun comments from the Peanut Gallery. We do take super chats to support our show.
This isn't a Journeys, so if you don't super chat, we'll probably ignore you. That's how it goes. Hey, Seppi.
Okay, I did a little vacuuming here.
Oh yeah, cleanup. That's always fun to start with.
Once we did those. I finished the Twilight sorceries this week.
Yeah. Wait, is that really how it's spelled?
That is how it's
Twilight?
spelled. Twillet.
It looks like Twillet.
Yeah.
I was like, Zach, this is more creative spelling.
No, I thought it was a British thing.
That they
Spelled it wrong.
They're the ones that made up all this like GH crap, right? I mean, it came from them, and then they would hide it from us at the last minute.
GH crap?
You know, like this like silent GH in the middle of words for some reason.
Yeah.
Just to confuse all the kindergartners. All right, I can't even open this glue. We're doomed. I'm not finishing anything today. Oh, man. Oops. Okay, there we go. You know what?
Yeah.
This glue, it's just, the bottle doesn't work anymore. I'm done.
I would go grab the balsa wood glue, even though it says balsa wood. It's exactly the same as PVA glue, and I know the bottle works just fine.
Oh, I'm fine now.
Oh,
I just tore a hole into it.
Got it. Okay.
And the problem has now been solved.
Meg, last night you got home from your tattoo appointment.
I did.
And you took another stab at a movie we watched back in the summer, and you fell asleep during. And then we watched while my sister was out here this past week, and you fell asleep during it again.
You guys did, yeah.
You were really the one who wanted to watch this movie. I was like, okay, I've heard things about it. This movie it came out last year. It's called Longlegs. And I wanted to actually talk about it on air with you. So if anyone
Okay,
has
no
seen,
spoilers, you guys.
There-
I mean,
well,
actually, there will be
there
spoilers.
will be spoilers, yeah. So if
Sorry.
you-
so
if
if
you
you
wanna
don't want
see-
spoilers, then you'll have to watch us on mute. In which case, I don't know. This isn't a very good show.
yeah, what did you think of the movie, Meg?
I liked it.
We haven't had a chance to talk about it.
We haven't. I finally finished it. I've been in this bad habit of falling asleep during movies that I'm trying to watch.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching them too late, really. And I get tired really easily. And when you get tattooed, it really wipes you out.
Right.
So I was extra tired. I was like, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to make myself do it last night. Hey, big uncle. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool. It went a few different directions that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a chunk. It's. I'm like, how does it start? What did it remind? It reminded me of something for the first act. Something like, I guess, almost like It or something, like otherworldly. Like Nicolas Cage's character does not look like human almost. I mean, he is, but yeah, he looks freaky. And then like the middle portion, it starts to feel a lot like Silence of the Lambs. Trying to figure out this guy and how he works, and then they face him, and it's freaky. And then it turns into like a demon movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
all over.
I kind of posited it. Does it? Does it turn into a demon movie?
It does.
I don't really know.
Definitely does. Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about the ending, right?
Yeah, it kind of has this bizarre
So
idea.
We're talking about the ending, guys.
It sort of has this bizarre idea
We'll
of
get
like
to Soup's super chat.
is
Soup's chat.
it's like is it a supernatural movie or not? And honestly, it doesn't. It sort of plays with the supernaturalness in a way that makes you not really understand it's supernatural. I mean, honestly, we kind of my sister and I were like wondering if it was supernatural after we watched it.
Yeah. That's because you two are very smart, and you're like, this couldn't possibly be supernatural. This has to be a real reason that this is happening.
Well, they kind of did. I mean, they showed like those metal balls and stuff.
Yeah,
And
the metal balls, like, they're hollow inside. The guy never opens them. He's like, there's nothing in them. But there is. It's Longlegs' like satanic connection
it's
to
like
the devil.
Got it. Yeah.
It's just like a weird, because, I mean, yeah.
Well,
There's no other explanation for it.
Ultimately, I liked the movie. I saw it kind of like 3 times. No, I saw it twice. Basically, once with you and you
Yeah.
fell asleep, then once with my sister and you fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
So I liked it. But I have to say I have a few hot takes here. Hot take number 1 is actually, this isn't a hot take. I think the thing that actually made the movie most awesome was the main actress. Her name is Micaiah, I think, or Micah Monroe. She's actually a kiteboarder. She's actually a professional kiteboarder. And then she just randomly has been in a few movies. She was in It Follows.
Yeah.
The main actress.
Okay, yeah. She's interesting.
Yeah, like I said, she's a kiteboarder
Yeah,
by
I don't know what that
profession.
means,
A
but-
kiteboarder, it's like they surf on using like a kite thing.
Thank you
and
for the
it's-
party lights.
It's like an X game. You know, kind of like snowboarding.
Okay.
Like the young people like.
The young people.
Yeah. It's like a.
Thunder? The guy who keeps running into brambles?
Yeah. It's popular among the running into brambles crowd.
Okay.
And this was really her first like stab at a like really serious, intense role. And I think she did a really good job. But one of my favorite things about it is they made this character sort of have these vibes, almost like Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman, like these kind of like these weird nerdy vibes that I think are historically have been reserved for male characters.
I still have not seen that.
And
she was like awkward around people.
yeah.
Super quiet and awkward and didn't know what to do
They also kind
when
of
faced with a normal child.
they also kind of posit is she psychic? Does she have special powers?
Yeah, they lean
a
into
little
that,
bit?
but I don't think she is. I mean, there's the thing with the snake, right? There's the snake overlays, but she's also just really observant.
Right, and
she just pays attention.
But so that's in the similar vein as the metal balls. It's like, are the metal balls really supernatural or not? Is she supernatural or is she just observant?
I mean, we saw a lot of supernatural stuff happening.
I think I'm going to call it here on the Malevolent Maelstrom. What I did real quick is I used
Fulgrim on this conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it mid-conversation right now.
We're done talking about this.
I used Fulgrim Pink to do like an over dry brush type thing on the faces to pull them out. And I think other than that, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, I want to take a pause. Well, that's not in focus, but also I did tell these people that we wouldn't ignore them if they super chatted, and here they are super chatting and we're ignoring them. Soups, hello. This is Mr. Purple Sun Senior. I really don't appreciate you calling my boy stupid.
Mm-hmm. What? What is this?
I know. He works so hard, and his teachers all recognize, spelled wrong, so the Z, that normal lessons aren't adequate for someone with his unique talents.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and respond to this.
I don't know how to respond
in character, please.
Your son is not. Your son only thinks he's the best manifestation. He is really not. He has a lot of work. He has a lot of growing up to do, I would say, Mr. Reedy. So go to hell.
Go to hell. Thanks, Zach.
But also thank you for the support.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, as always.
Thanks, Rudy. Rudy gifted 5 memberships. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Now these people can harass me on journeys.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Rudy.
You on Wednesday.
And me, yeah.
I love getting harassed. I love that Rudy is back in. He's coming back to the States, right? Rudy, are you here yet? Or are you still on your way? I don't know where it left off.
He's like moving state deployments, and he's also doing a visit.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. Yeah, I'm wondering when he'll.
You can do both of those.
I guess I'm wondering where he is now or what's going on. God dang, this guy. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy. Welcome, Clayton, Eric, Hector, John, and Marshall Jack. And then Rudy has a super chat for us too. Okay, yes, he's in Virginia. Yay! Hello from Virginia, Hobby Collab fam. I'm home with family for a few weeks. Just purchased a Fire Slayer's Magmic Invocations and Skink Starseer from your wish list. Oh, wow. Thanks.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Rudy.
How are your other supplies and tools in the studio? Rudy, I'm going to be honest with you. We're pretty good right now. What there was like something we needed a while back and we got it because it's something we always run out of and I don't remember what it is. We're actually, as a studio, talking about bigger, like behind the scenes stuff that we actually need more urgently. As far as like hobby supplies and stuff goes, we're pretty good.
Yeah, we appreciate Rudy keeping us stocked.
We really do, yeah. And that's why we're doing okay, because you have kept us stocked. So
yeah, it's very...
yeah, that's awesome. You're awesome. But yeah, we're making up a list of bigger things to improve the studio, like the camera angles that you get to see, the quality, and those things are not as glamorous, and they're not the kind of things we would put on an Amazon wish list, because Amazon may not have those things. A lot of it's like Home Depot and like going to a fancy camera store or something. Yeah. So really, we're gonna start talking about doing like monthly like goals, like monetary goals, so that we can get those things, because that's a lot for one person to do. So that's one of the things we want to work on also, is just making the show better.
Believe it or not, folks at home who follow us and follow also our Age of Sigmar shows on Saturdays and Mondays, we have every army but 3. We were talking because this is coming up. Oh yeah,
we kind of have Lumineth.
Lumineth are deep in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Hedonites,
We're getting there.
Fire Slayers, and Gargants are the ones we can't currently field. We also can't currently field Lumineth. But other than that, we have every army. We can field them, and we are slowly adding 2 armies. Like Rudy picking up the Skink Starseer is awesome.
Yeah.
We are slowly adding to a lot of armies.
I think once we get a couple of Gargants, we do want to run a stream where we're all painting our own Gargant. Or something like that, or video, something where we're all individualizing our Gargants. So that will happen once we get those. Those are big purchases too, because, man, they're expensive kits. I'd love to do a Kit Bash collab episode with our Gargants. Yeah.
Oh, with the Gargants.
For our Gargant shit. Because we did promise these people Gargant shit.
We did promise Gargant shit.
These people, Barry, you. Bunch of bozos that we love.
Yeah. Real quick before we get back to some super chats and chatting the movie, our movie of the week. This looks a little messy right now, and that's okay. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of airbrushing on stream today, so I just wanted to build up like this lightness for his teeth and around his eyes that I'm then gonna hit with an ink a little bit here. I'll be honest. Other than that, I could go through and pull out all the little bumpy vein things. I kind of don't want to. I'm sort of struggling to figure out what else I want to do with the purple sun. So let me go ahead and do that airbrushing real quick because it's just simple ink airbrushing real fast with a high line and some Dollar Rounty ink.
Are we gonna finish this episode in like 10 minutes and not know what to do with our? I was like, I'll just go get Techless and work on this goofy coat.
Yeah, it's very possible.
But Barry says he's not one of them. You're definitely the worst of them, Barry, and you'll see that when we get to the news.
Yeah.
Fucking Barry.
Before we keep on super chats, Meg, I wanted to say, so yeah, I thought that movie was made. I thought that the movie was really made awesome by her. I think she was kind of what made it a really good movie.
Yeah. She was cute.
I'm not sure it was that. Other than that, it was kind of an interesting movie. I'm not sure that I thought it would have been that good. And I've got a hot take, and I think it's going to offend a lot of people in our demographic. But you know what I realized about that movie is that holy shit, Nicolas Cage is a bad actor. I mean, he is factually just a god-awful actor.
He's always been a bad actor. So
yeah.
That's not why you love Nicolas
No,
Cage.
I get it. Yeah, there's so many reasons to love Nicolas Cage.
You love Nicolas Cage because he plays Nicolas Cage.
Right.
And he's amazing at it.
So in that movie, they had him play this very creepy character, and I'm not sure how I felt. I mean, that's kind of what the movie did in an interesting way, is made you not sure how you felt about a lot of things. And I think that's an interesting place for a movie to leave you, right? When it's over. But man, he's awful. Like
he's not good. No, that's okay though. It's like Keanu Reeves. Like that's okay.
Well,
we all know.
My issue though is I think they pushed it a little too. I don't think he was the right person for this role. Because I think I'm glad I think they took a gamble on some actors in this movie for sure. I don't think this movie was like, I don't think they had plans for this movie to do well or like get the attention it got in Oscar season and just like awards and stuff.
Did it get an award?
I think it was nominated for Best Picture, I think.
No.
There were not a lot of good movies last year.
I'm going to look that up.
I
am having a hard time believing that.
Yeah, you should look it because I'm pretty sure it was nominated for some things.
Okay.
I think, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, it got a lot of attention, and I think as far as the summer had so many flops. This past summer had like nothing that came out. This movie was like the movie people were talking about last summer. Does anybody else remember that? Is that just me?
I don't remember movies generally sucking.
Let's
see. Let's go to the awards section.
Earlier last year, that people were like, this movie was the movie people were like, wow, it's very good. I think they took gambles on actors. I think it paid off with her, with Micah Monroe, but I think it went I do not think it actually paid off with Nick Cage.
Definitely was not nominated for Best Picture or any Academy Award
Check the year
or
before.
Emmy.
Check like the year.
Listen,
Oh,
I'm on the
nothing?
page
Oh,
for the movie.
Interesting.
It's nominated for like smaller awards, like
okay.
Saturn,
Okay.
Film Critics.
I feel like I
that.
heard a lot of buzz about it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a fun. I think it's fun. Like if you're into like scary movies or like.
It's a good thriller.
Crime thrillers.
It's a
yeah,
thriller.
Like, It's a cool crime thriller.
With that's maybe a horror.
It's definitely a horror. There's definitely demonic things happening in it. Like.
Or is there?
No, there are.
No, I know, right? Or is there?
we have news. We have news to talk about, so we should do that.
Should we do movie of the week more? We should
movie of the week.
We should do a movie of the week.
That means you and I have to commit to watching a movie every week. I would love that.
That's nice. We like doing that together.
We do. Chris, you guys are amazing and keeping awesome. Thanks, Chris. You are too.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Always sweet to see your compliments in our chat. Yeah, he's an overactor. Yeah, he's definitely an overactor. Right. That's Nicolas Cage. He's not great, but he's fun. I enjoy.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I think they
I
kind
don't
of.
care anymore.
I think they kind of wanted that for. I think they kind of wanted that for this role. Right. Okay. So you can it doesn't look as crappy now that I'm doing the tinting over top of that light layer.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's kind of funny how you're like, well, that looks like crap when you do like a dry brush.
It looks like crap.
But then you go back over and it weirdly smooths it out, blends it in. Okay, I think honestly, like, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing much else on this guy.
Okay.
Which means I'm just blasting through these. How are we doing? I need to cool it. Okay, let's do the news.
We're doing good. It is time
You
for
get
the
to
news.
work. And I can help you too.
I've been getting to work. I'm not having the same problems you're having. Don't project onto me. What's going on?
News.
Why are you hitting the buttons? All right. Okay, it's time for the news. Who were our reporters this week? This was Lucky Loki and Soups. Lucky Loki is trying to figure out what our names are.
We'd say all of our names multiple times every stream.
Yeah. Why isn't he watching every stream?
No, any stream.
Not any stream.
I understand.
I don't sit here and talk about like Brett and Steven and Brad and Vino every stream.
Okay.
Not even John or Saray.
Currently, Brett is on stream once a month, so I could understand the confusion there.
Yeah.
Vino's on stream twice a year, so I definitely understand the confusion there. And otherwise, you don't see him, right? Like, you don't see these people. Like, you don't see Vino, right? So he's not on stream enough to be like, oh, I know who that is.
You see him in chat.
But you don't see him. That's okay. Anyway, so I kind of understand the
All right,
like.
we'll get rid of Vino from the overlay.
Yeah,
Got it.
This
right,
is
Vino,
sort of like,
you're out.
and we have him in the middle, like he's Jesus or something too,
Like
and pulled to the front of everybody.
What a fucking crazy thing to say. That is not. He just fit there.
It's like
That's
the Last Supper.
He just fit there. Like he's Jesus.
Imagine modding for a channel.
I hate this.
Anyway, hold on.
So Vino counts. He's part of the cast. He's on the payroll, and he's been on the show many times. And on top of that, he's a mod. Like, he's cast. But it's fair that people don't know.
Did you say he's been on the show many times?
Multiple times.
Oh, okay. I think he said, okay.
He was on the hobby stream once.
And the gaming show twice.
And the gaming show, yes, that's 3 times. That's not bad. All right, but Vino's out. Zach says Vino's out. That's Vino. He's Italian, I guess.
I don't know that that's true, but also.
It says so. The
Okay,
internet says
so the not knowing who.
Why am I Purplina? That's what I want to know.
Not knowing who Vino is, I understand. So wait, the top is who?
The top is
Lucky Loki.
Lucky Loki. The bottom is Soups.
Oh, okay. Well, if the top is Lucky Loki, then he did it right. He got everybody right.
People were helping him in chat.
He said Brethany for Brett, but again, Brett is only on the stream once a month currently. While he's
All right, we're gonna rearrange this thing.
Working on
and
Maelstrom
I'm not
Mixer.
even gonna include Zach.
And he's trying to have good work-life balance.
Just gonna take Zach out, and everybody else gets bigger.
Steven says the king should be in the middle. To be honest.
Yeah. I know. Who else are we missing from this? Like, who plays in our
now Graham
lineup? Graham's gonna join.
Should we make a new one where all we do is take Graham and put him over top of Vino, but you can still see some Vino behind Graham in the background?
I kind of like that idea. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now wait. Tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, not
Soups,
tomorrow.
Soups made a bunch of goofy jokes on the bottom, and I don't understand why I'm Purplina. It came from the deep. What do you think about your name, Zach?
I don't understand. These are wild jokes. Like, these jokes.
I get the 404.
Dude, I told you.
Because Steven's not funny.
I told you, Soups is going factually insane.
Soups did the bottom one.
I told you, Soups is going mad. I've noticed it recently. He's just getting weirder and weirder.
Just Dave.
we're gonna go visit. He's gonna take us home. We're gonna find out he lives in an alley. And he's gonna be like cooking in a little. He's like, come to my home.
Like these are like what have we been seeing this whole time? Just like one of those like virtual backgrounds.
Yeah.
Soups.
He has a virtual background.
What a maniac! All right, well, this is another Soups. Thanks, Soups. This is gross.
This one is a return to classic Soups.
Yeah,
I like seeing this one.
Yeah. Have you guys been? How have you guys been doing with your bingo? We'll talk about it at the end. We'll show off where everyone's at. But, yeah. Some people just jammed through their first bingo card. Their bingo card. I don't expect to have more than one card this year because I'm very slow. I'm taking a long time to fill it out. But some folks are already done with one and they're on to their second one and it's ridiculous. Right?
Oh, how would I do this? The clipping and gluing.
If you want.
Okay.
Sure. But I mean, I'm in a good spot. I'm not worried.
Can I have the God hands over there?
Yes. Yeah. So the second one is kind of ridiculous. There is talks of a third one, fourth and fifth. In Hobby Hang, we were just like talking about these, and the guys were riffing what these cards would look like. And I don't want to give anything away, but the fifth one sounds nightmarish. So I think you guys should get to work on your hobby bingo cards so that you can get to the fifth level. So somebody can get to the fifth level. Oh, this came up again.
Oh yeah, you like when this comes up.
It's funny. I don't understand why Ted brought it up. Why did Ted bring it up? Did we mention this in a stream again? I don't remember. But now people are apparently searching for if you're dead.
In the month of January?
Because that comes up more than, I mean, see, it's not like Hobby Collab Meg, husband Zach. It's just Meg, husband died.
So I see all of the data that we have, and like your journeys do fine, but they're not nearly close to our most watched thing. And why I'm making that point is because in the month of January, I was on every single stream that we had on the Hobby Collab. So the point is that
you're dead?
I'm clearly not dead.
You're dead inside?
I'm clearly not dead. Because if you had just watched any stream other than Meg's Journeys, which I know people do, you would see me live and not dead.
But maybe people want you to die.
So they're just checking every day to see if I died yet?
Like, why is that there? Yeah. I'm not going to go into why they might want you dead because this is a little weird. But then on the bottom, oh yeah, like we had this game and you were kind of riffing off of searches, which is good because now it'll turn up in the search results since you're matching the search terms. Except you put hobby colon.
At least I didn't put hobby colon.
Colon, yeah. But I fixed it, so we're good now. This is Polly. I don't even know if Polly made this, but you wanted to include it. Why?
Oh, I just thought I thought it captured the spirit of how a lot of people I know are feeling right now about their jobs and stuff.
Oh. Talk about it.
Well, I like, I don't know. I just thought it was...
Death by sipping cream.
Death by sipping cream, yeah. That's it. I just thought it was a good one. I don't understand. What's up with Microsoft Teams?
It's like Slack, but for Microsoft, I guess. I don't know why it's any worse than Slack. I tend to actually, I appreciate Slack.
Okay.
Because it has GIFs. That's pretty much it. If If it didn't have GIFs, I'd be like, this sucks.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny to hear that from
From somebody who's professional.
Well, I don't know. I mean, GIFs are a great way to communicate memes
are.
and GIFs and stuff.
You know, you need GIFs for like morale. Like everyone's depressed and shit. So like, give us our goddamn GIFs at least, you know?
Have you used? So wait, you haven't used Microsoft Teams?
No.
No.
Of course not.
That would be like.
We're not talking about why.
Right.
Yeah, no.
We're not talking about why.
But no, I wouldn't.
Definitely raising more questions.
What happened with Teams? This is another TED, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like one for the kids. I don't get this one.
Well, there's the model, right?
Is this a JoJo's?
This is Cato.
Yeah, right. Is this a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing?
What's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is this absolutely fucking insane anime that my nephew liked. That's the only way I know about it, and I know a lot of other people like it too.
Have kids to know
and I
this
think
stuff.
I think it's largely considered pretty good.
Okay.
Like I think a lot of people like it, but it is. When I was watching with my nephew, it definitely has. I feel that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Dragon Balls both have this one thing that happens in them. Whenever I tune in, I'm like, is this all that happens?
John in here.
Is this all that happens in these animes? Because every time I would watch the anime, there's like a group of people standing around while two people are like yelling at each other and like powering up for a fight. And then I don't know if the fight ever even actually happens. I'm not sure if I've ever
It's like
actually...
a Super Saiyan thing.
Yeah, like I feel like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like a group of dudes, like gym bros going around. And then they like run into some other gym bros and they all start like yelling at each other. And then like they're like doing weird like stuff to power themselves up. And then like...
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it's pretty bizarre. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe someone can add to me what I'm missing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm willing to like it. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to hate on it, that's for sure. I'm just not sure I understand it.
No, we didn't have kids and we're kind of old, so and also we don't like anime.
Well, I wouldn't say I don't like anime.
Well, I'm not the biggest anime person.
I would say yeah, I would say I'm not just like default into anime. Mm-hmm. Right? And like you and I, especially horror movies, you and I would just sit and put on a horror movie, even if we think it's going to be bad or know it's going to be bad, right? That's how I think that's how a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are like that just with anime or just with different things, right? Like rom-coms or whatever. They're like,
just throw it on.
I just like this genre, and I know there's going to be bad versions of this genre, but I just want to watch the latest one and like whatever.
Maybe, yeah.
And so you and I are kind of like that with horror movies, and I think people are like that with anime. So we're not like that with anime. So
it's not our thing.
Anyway. Well, D backs up what I was saying. There's a bunch of gym bros. Yeah, he says it's like what I'm saying. That's like what I was watching and observing. Anyway, moving on. Good one, Ted.
Good one, Ted.
All right, this is weird.
Oh, here we go. Barry, this is why you're the worst of these people. Because you made this.
Yeah, this one's...
And now Matt Rose will never want us on the list. Because you made this meme.
Well,
it's
I don't
too
know
late.
if that's true or not. But
doesn't matter if I share it or not. It's too late. It's been made. But also, gross.
I have a question about Michelangelo's David.
Okay.
Was it one of the statues that in the Middle Ages they put a little little fig leaf over his?
Doesn't look like it.
Well, yeah, and then they pop it back off. Is that a thing that they could do? Zach literally asked for it.
You asked for this, Zach.
Absolutely.
You wanted this.
I absolutely never asked for this.
It seems like you would at least want your face, and not Matt Rose's face.
I didn't ask for either. I didn't ask for any of this.
I think you might have. No?
No.
Barry wouldn't lie.
Barry's a known liar. Only Polly lies more than Barry.
Where is Polly anyway yet? To defend himself.
Yeah, this is... I don't know.
So why does this meme exist?
I don't know. Why do any of these memes... Because we have a stupid YouTube channel. Why do any of these memes exist? Look at this stuff.
But
look, why does this exist?
We know why... Never mind.
Why does any of this exist? It's
Oh
ridiculous.
My God.
All right.
Ew, gross. Yeah, I do hate the Cato's tongue thing. I forget. It did, I pronounce it Cato because I gave mine cat ears. I think it's supposed to be Cato, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hey, these came out pretty cool. Can I show you?
Sure.
They stuck into
Oh,
that
yeah.
pretty cool.
Nice.
And actually, I think I could get some cooler poses. Like
Exactly.
they're a little more 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
The GW poses for them are kind of 2-dimensional.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're literally
they're
like in front of
they're
each
like
other.
on a plane.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show folks at home because
Go for it.
we finished the news, Meg.
Oh, we finished the news?
We finished the news.
Oh,
yeah.
News is over.
Now I am waiting. Meg had a spot on one that had to be fixed, so this guy's waiting. But here are the other ones. Right? It's like a little more 3D, I think. You know what's funny is we have like 2 or 3 more of these for some reason. I'm almost tempted to like
so many?
clip them and like add to the one.
All right.
We have so many, Meg, because they've been sold in weird ways over the years.
Yeah, that's right.
And now they're now you need them in the game in a way that they're not even sold, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And so like everybody's been buying Purple Suns for years.
Yes.
So on eBay right now, you can buy the rest of them missing the Purple Sun. And so like I think I might have gotten that at some point or
Okay.
and then Vino gave us a box. So there's just like weird ways they're sold. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, these need to dry.
Okay.
So you're going to have to
Dry them.
you can dry them and then prime them.
Got
with
it.
black.
Okay. Let me do that. While I'm doing that, why don't
Trade.
that one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one too. And then I can work on this wave.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Yeah, great.
See, I knew that. I didn't accidentally forget to prime these last night. I knew that was
Or put the stuff on them even, right?
anything. Yeah.
Any of it, yeah, really.
Listen, I was tired. I know. I got home by like 7:30, and I came in here and I was like, I need to go to bed. And that's why I watched Longlegs, because, man, getting a tattoo really tires you out, which is sort of funny because you're just laying there all day. But
I guess your body has a
shock. It's like, why are you
natural
doing
reaction
this?
to getting stabbed
Yeah.
several thousand times over 7 hours.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Even like transferring the drawing onto your back is kind of, I don't know, time consuming and painful.
Meg,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what though? I think first of all we do have a poll.
We do have a poll. It's
and
very important.
It's
like all of our
it's actually a
polls.
serious
Is
poll
it?
today.
Oh.
I asked people what manifestation
that.
lore has still got them worked up. Morbid Conjurations, which is suitable, that's winning because that's what we're working on today. Primal Energy actually losing currently.
Really?
So this is good. This is good data for us. We need to start using
Good data, yeah.
other conjurations, other manifestations, because we use a lot of primal on the channel, and people hate it now. Apparently,
Do they hate? Well, it doesn't say that they hate it. Just that they're not
that's what I'm taking from this.
stoked about it.
Twilight sorceries, Twillet sorceries, which is great. I'm going to be using Twillet sorceries tomorrow, folks at home. Tomorrow, reminder, we have our times are changing.
Ah, well, they've changed.
Yeah, we now do our
For games.
Our Monday members speaking only games are now going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Still pretty late for the EU, I know, but it's a little bit better if you're East Coast or Central U.S., anywhere in North America, really. 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. Tomorrow, Graham will be joining us. We'll be doing Disciples of Tzeentch versus my Deepkin. And I promise I'll start playing other armies. I've just been playing the Deepkin a lot recently, I know. But I will use the Twilight sorceries tomorrow. Twillet instead of Primal Energy. I think Graham is probably using his own. But just hopefully we can see you guys there tomorrow. If you're not, if it's not like 2 a.m. for you or whatever.
Whatever weird time it is.
Yeah, I'm using an airbrush right now for one of my favorite things to use an airbrush for. Just shooting air into something that I want to dry.
That's your favorite?
It's a funny use for an airbrush. It works really well though. It works way better than you think it would.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty handy.
Yeah.
Okay, should we, Meg? Should we? We'll come back to the poll.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we chat endless smells?
Oh. Oh, we're burying the lead, I see.
What do you mean?
I guess we can chat endless smells.
What's burying the lead?
Which is our segment.
Right. What's burying the lead?
You've already like given away what we're talking about.
Oh, is that
today.
burying the lead or is that giving it away?
Isn't it both?
I don't know. I think they're a little different, but either way, I messed up.
Let's talk about this now.
Either way, I messed up is the point. Okay, yeah. So listen, we were like, we want to talk about.
Hey, Sean.
We want to talk about a thing that we like to talk about. We like to talk about a thing.
We don't like to talk about smells.
But we like to talk about a thing during the show.
Yeah, this isn't. We're just here to hang out.
And today
we're not here to teach you things.
Today we thought what we would talk about was endless smells. At least that's what we kind of want to call it because we're working on endless spells. Mm-hmm. So it was sort of like a play on words, but like a rhyme.
I think what you're trying to say is pun.
Well, it was there, so we did it. Is it good? I don't know.
We'll see.
Is donut worry good? I don't know. Is it worth all of this? I don't know. We'll find out. Here we go. Oh, there's a caveat to these smells. Mm-hmm. They're not inherently bad or good smells. We wanted to come up with smells that kind of are in the middle, right, Meg? Like smells some people like and some people...
they're controversial, yeah.
Controversial
There's
smells.
like room for debate.
Yeah, some of them are more... We're going to say, you guys are probably going to think some of them are like, what are you talking about? That smells great. Nobody thinks that one smells bad.
I just really hope we trigger a lot of people in chat. That's my hope for today.
Yeah, we want to have an erstwhile conversation with you all about is the smell interesting or not. Okay, first smell up is leather.
Oh, we're starting with leather.
We're starting with leather. We're going to start with an easy one here. Now, right out of the gate, Meg, what's your impression on the smell of leather?
I think leather's nice. Like leather has a nice smell. I like when I get like a new leather bag or belt or whatever. When does that ever happen? But actually, it kind of retains its smell for a while.
And the smell
so that's what I'm, because when I went, we're going through my uncle's stuff after he passed, and he was into Western wear. So there's a lot of like leather belts and things like that, and they still smell like leather, and I think it's a nice smell.
It stays for a while, but it's never all that strong.
Yeah.
Like you get used to it real fast.
Yeah. Could feel the cancer. Oh my God, tell me about that. What do you mean? Why is there cancer in leather? Is it in the chemicals they use to create it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I do like the smell of leather. Real leather.
Yeah. Real leather. Yeah, I would say this is mostly a pretty good one. Folks at home, Saray says nah. He's not.
I know.
He's not
Wait, at the beginning I was like, I don't want to do the tier ranking thing, but now that there's like...
Oh yeah, we definitely...
discussion.
It would have been interesting, right?
Yeah,
I
it'd be
think
kind of funny to do.
people would have yelled at us.
No, not pleather, not pleather.
Okay.
Pleather doesn't carry the same smell as leather.
All right, next is a hospital.
Old people in a hospital.
Yeah, a hospital smell is pretty low-key, and it's sort of a weird smell. You don't really know it till you get in there. My guess is most people are going to say they don't like a hospital smell. I think, obviously, unfortunately, many of us probably tend to associate with bad memories, right? Somebody being hurt or sick or something like that. So I'm guessing this one's not going to be that popular.
I don't know if it's like a memory thing, like a connection to like the memories of hospital life, or just the fact that it doesn't smell great. Like everything smells. Does everything smell? I mean, like everything.
No, it's really,
everything is like bleached, right? It's like super.
Yeah.
Like.
In a good hospital.
Yeah. Like clean and.
I mean, it's kind of what Soups is saying,
yeah,
right?
What's the word?
Sterile.
Yeah, sterile. Thank you. I was like, the word that starts with an S. Yeah, it smells very sterile to me. I feel like.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think of pee. Like, hey, Filippo, I don't. recall smelling pee in hospitals. So I don't know what's going on over there in the UK.
I definitely feel like when I'm in a hospital.
Is that what everyone complains about
I
over
will.
here?
I will say I get the cleaning stuff. I do definitely feel like there is a veneer of biologicalness that is being covered. Sorry, the veneer is the cleaning, and I do feel like oftentimes in the hospital there is something biological being covered. Happening, right?
Like death, the smell of death. Just get a couple of feet closer to the patients. I mean, I was a patient. I didn't pee myself.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I was hooked up to a, what's it called? One of those bags. Catheter. And that was amazing.
Yeah, you like that?
I love that. I would love to go around with a catheter all day. I'd get so much more hobbying done. Okay,
just sitting here, hobby hanging and peeing. Nobody even knows.
Like, bring me another drink. Time for a refill. I mean, yeah, like you stitch together all those like 5-minute bathroom breaks and you get like a whole day back of hobbying.
And you would never get up. You're supposed to get up and walk around a little bit. Yeah. That's like what those are for. All right, here's a good one that I think is going to have different opinions between me and Meg. A fish market.
This is a horrible smell.
Disagree.
It is a horrible smell.
I love, now, if a seafood market smells bad, it's a bad seafood market.
Well, they all smell bad, so I guess they're all bad.
The thing about a seafood market is that it's going to have a bunch of seafood that has a bad smell over time. And there's going to be liquids and juices and waters that go out. And in a good seafood market, honestly, the floor really needs to be like tile. And everything should be stainless steel. If you have concrete or anything permeable, things are going to soak into it. And so a lot of seafood markets have that happening in them. There's something permeable somewhere that these liquids... I used to work in a seafood market, and there's... oh,
so you're the culprit.
There's always going to be permeable surfaces that this liquid is getting into. And if you don't keep it under control, you'll have a bad smell happening.
Gonna have a bad time.
But if it's kept under control or handled properly, I think it's a really good smell. You want a little bit of fishiness.
No, absolutely not. Hard disagree. I honestly kind of just hate the smell of fish in general. But you know, I don't know anything about fish. Like, and you have experienced this, right? Because I remember the other day.
Oh, right.
Zach bought fish that was on sale. Like
trying to move it that day.
Yeah.
Which, I worked at a seafood market in a grocery store. And if I took seafood and, I get it in day one, I put it out. If it doesn't sell, the next day, you drop it 50% and you sell it.
Yeah. And we're not talking about the Sushi Friday. Like, Sushi Friday is like, they make that fresh. It's fresh. And for whatever reason on Friday, they do it for $5.
Yeah. It was some, I think it was Atlantic cod. No, I don't know if it was cod or what. I can't remember what it was. But
sure.
Anyway, so that's what I thought they were doing. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, I absolutely know what happened. So you get it in the morning before the store even opens. You lay it out. You sell it that day. The next day, really, you need to wrap it up and put it out for sale. There's other things you can do with it too, depending on what they do. Like at our store, we would cook it and make fish cakes, or we would make just like whatever. We'd make something with it.
Added value.
Yeah, added value, and then sell it for not very expensive because again, it's day old fish. But what I can tell these guys did, and I talked to these guys and I'm like friendly with them, the meat and seafood guys. Mm-hmm. So I kind of want to go up to one of them and be like, "Hey, guys? Fucker, like you're doing this wrong."
Yeah.
I could absolutely tell.
Friendly.
I could absolutely tell that he sat it out for 2 days, and then on the third day tried to sell it. Fish doesn't last that long, so you can't really do that.
Yeah, and you were preparing it. You were starting to prepare it.
I opened it up,
and I smelled fish because it's fish, and I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, well, fish smells that way because I don't know anything.
No.
And Zach was furious. He's like throwing his hands in the air and yelling and upset over this rotten fish. And I was like, how can you tell it's rotten? Like, did you taste it? And he's like, no, I can smell it. It smells like fish. And I'm like, oh, I just thought fish smelled like fish.
Fish should smell like...
I don't know anything.
It should smell like white meat fish, like a cod or a black cod or like a snapper or flounder. It should smell like a little oceany and a little sweet, actually.
Belong in the kitchen.
A little sweet, little oceany, but actually very hard to smell. Like, you should really have to sink your nose into it to get any smell from it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like the fish market smell.
I don't. And also, Zach, sorry, go back to
That's a bad picture. It's a gross picture, right?
It's a gross picture, but like you're saying that fish kind of hangs out, right? In these fish markets, like guts and shit falls on the floor and...
Well,
like that is going to rot. Like unless they're cleaning it every day, which I don't know if they all do.
Yes, you should. You have to clean a
When we go to
area.
the wharf, like the San Francisco wharf, doesn't it smell? Doesn't it?
I don't know.
See, I just think I can't tell the difference between a good fish smell and a bad fish smell.
You should have, basically they should have, so the
I just
floors,
don't like the smell of
the floors
fish,
need to have
period.
drains, and then you hose everything down. You have to hose, you
but
put it all away.
Then it still sits in the...
You throw the ice out, because you can't reuse
fish
ice.
smells gross. I don't like it. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Lawn,
this is a good smell.
Yeah, cut grass, lawnmower.
How do you
and
feel
cut
about
grass.
it? Because I love
it.
to literally eat grass. Like I like eating alfalfa sprouts and I like that earthy flavor. So the smell, me liking the smell makes sense, I think. But you don't like that flavor so much. But you do like the smell of...
I do like the smell of cut grass, yeah. But you're right, I don't like matcha, which I think tastes like cut grass. So I need to get primer.
Oh, that's okay. Bartok left, so we don't need to keep the chair there anymore. I don't know if you guys caught that Bartok was hanging out behind us briefly. A fish market tour. Oh, yeah. We should do a fish market tour, Soups. Anything. I don't care.
Oh, I definitely would love a fish market tour when we're in the UK.
That'd be fun. Everything will be fun.
Yeah. I do like cut grass smell. I was smelling it the other day. Yesterday, actually. I went for a walk after the game. After Saray and John and Holly left, and you were up at your appointment, so I went for a walk, and they were mowing lawns. It smelled amazing.
Yeah.
It felt like spring yesterday.
Yeah, it was nice. I actually was warm.
Yeah.
I didn't need a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. This one,
yeah,
I'm guessing everybody kind of likes this one.
Oh, Zach just dragging Meg around fish markets. I'm not doing it. Wait, you don't like the smell of fish markets? Yeah, I want to hear... Nobody is like giving their opinions on these smells in chat, I'm noticing. Maybe we should have picked a different segment. They hate us. Oh my god, everyone hates us. Okay. Why not, Soups? Because now Zach's all excited about going to the fish market.
Yeah, I would definitely go to a fish market.
Yeah.
Get some eel pie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Let Zach buy some eel and make eel pie at your
No,
house.
I don't want to make it. I don't want to cook. But if it's a fish market like in the U.S. here, they also sell like
weird
things to eat, or there's like little
don't
restaurants in the fish market, right? I don't know if you guys have that in the U.K., but like
Soups
if I
does
could
not
pick
seem
up
into
like
this
if I could
idea.
pick up like an eel pasty real quick, I definitely would try that. Even though
I love how interested in trying eel you are. Because you hate eel. You already know that you don't like eel.
cockles are mussels, yeah. Angel grinder. I've had mussels. I love mussels. We had mussels the other day, or I had mussels the other day. I love mussels, and like with some bread. Or honestly, I really like them with French fries, and dipping them in that like white wine garlic butter sauce. So good.
Okay. But anyways, lawns, yeah.
Lawns are
we
good.
are doing a cemetery tour. Maybe we'll smell fresh cut lawns. I don't know. I don't know what cemeteries look like out there.
Okay, new car smell. So.
Oh, you know how I interpreted this? She got in the car and just farted. That's how I interpreted this picture. That's where I thought this one was going.
You thought what?
Like, what is that? Shit. What is that fucking term? Dutch oven. Like she Dutch ovened the car. But it's new car smell, of course.
Yes.
Which I think is fine.
Yeah, how do you feel about new car smell?
It's fine.
It's changed over the years for sure. Everyone acts like it has.
A lot of times, if you have a leather car, like leather interior,
just
then
smells
it
like
has
leather.
a nice leather smell to it.
New car smell was like this thing in the 90s. Inevitably horrible for you, for sure. Almost certainly was
Oh, really?
chemicals and stuff being sprayed. I never liked it. It gave me a headache as a kid.
Oh.
I remember we got a new car and I had like a headache all the time, and we had to like have the windows down while we
Okay.
drove around. And then I remember, kind of finding out probably what was causing that. And then I remember seeing like those like air freshener pine tree things, and some of them were new car smell. And I was like, why would you want this? Like,
Some people really like it.
I find it to be a very chemically gross smell. Certainly, there are a few coming up here that are like, some people are going to be like, ew, and other people are going to be like, not ew. They're going to be into it. What do you guys think? New car smell? Do you remember? It's changed also. Like, we just got a new car.
Yeah, we get a new car every 3 years because we lease.
Yeah.
So we get that smell a lot.
We get that smell a lot. I thought that our latest car didn't have it that strong, and I kind of appreciated that. But I could smell
I kind of,
something going on.
I think it's fine. It doesn't bother me, like, especially not the way it bothers you. But it's not something I seek out. And I feel like it's something that is pleasant because people associate it with getting a new car, which is exciting.
Exactly. That's probably a big part of it, right?
That's what I would guess, but what do I know? I also don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, off-gassing plastics. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great.
Plastics releasing, basically.
Yay, more plastic.
Yeah.
That's what this world needs.
Yeah, same soups. For me,
nauseous.
it makes me
Interesting.
kind of have like a little bit of a weird headache. I remember.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've not experienced this problem with new car smell.
All right,
Sorry, guys. Oh, gosh, we're just buzzing through these.
This isn't a barn, really, that I got a picture of.
Here's a real controversial one. I think.
Yeah, I really kind of want to show more of a barn. Showing all the cows here,
This is more like
like a stockyard,
yeah.
which smells not great, really.
Yeah, there's different types of cow smells, like depending on what stage of the meat processing processing process that they're in. You drive past the slaughterhouses on I-5 and you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
like barf.
there's on the drive from Northern California to Southern California, you go down the center of the state, it's all agriculture.
It's all, well, then there's a slaughter yard.
There's two actually we go through.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
And you know immediately when it's coming up because it hits you like a freaking freight train.
And it has
Horrible.
it has different varying degrees of how bad and weird it smells, kind of depending on what's going on in the environment. Like if it's
John.
rainy or wet, I think it smells worse, right?
Oh, sure.
If it's in the middle of summer and it's pretty dry, I think it's not too bad, but it's still kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the middle of summer when it's all hot.
yeah, all baking.
Ugh.
Meg, I have a question. These are primed and everything now.
Great.
Do I airbrush anything? Do I airbrush the dark green? Do you remember how you guys did
Yeah,
it?
sure, why not?
Is that how you do it, or did you dry brush
No,
it?
go ahead. Let's airbrush it. It'll look better. Okay, but a barn. Like a barn smell where you're smelling like hay and like maybe some old like cow patties or whatever. I kind of like that smell. And it might be nostalgia,
Yeah.
but I love being in a barn, like where animals have been living. And like, I think that's a really pleasant smell. Like, it's earthy.
Yeah. It's a good smell, right?
And
like
it's
a
a
barn.
mix of like hay and animal like life, right? Like their fur, their body smells or whatever.
Yeah.
And then of course like their shit, I guess. But it's like, it's not, they eat hay. It doesn't have like a really horrible smell to it.
Does that look about right?
Sure.
Okay.
This is like low stakes.
I know, but I look on the
Yeah,
match.
They will match.
Okay.
Hey, Boris, I know. Yeah, it's super nostalgic. Do you guys like farm smells? Do you guys like these types of smells, animal smells?
I grew up also. I did not grow up on a farm or near a bar. Well, but I grew up near a lot of farm country.
Yeah.
And I even like manure is kind of interesting. Like
manure, that's the right word.
laid down, it can actually smell not too bad, or you
Yeah.
get used to it. Turkey manure smells
That's
awful.
bad.
Turkey manure
Yeah.
smells really bad. Someone got in trouble in my area. I don't know how they even got a hold of it. Somebody got in big trouble. They were using human manure, and I have no idea how they got it or what process it had gone through, if it had been treated or what it was. But I remember it smelled bad. And
they came to us. They were like, "We hear you guys have a cult.
and
We need something from your members."
You know what? You know what gave it away? You know how they got caught using it? You'll never guess how they got caught using it. How like?
Do I guess anyway? Or are you gonna tell me?
I can just tell you.
Okay, just tell me.
They got caught because
They
everyone.
saw everyone taking a shit in the middle of the field.
No, they were like, you would drive over to this area, and it was like a route people were driving on, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, this smells so bad!" And then like everyone was like, "Wow, why does this smell so bad?" And then eventually, I guess someone asked somebody or reported it, or somebody who handles this kind of thing drove by and was like, that smells like human shit. Like, how could you hide that? Like, they got caught because they couldn't hide it because it was they were spreading it all over a field. Yeah, I remember the family's last name and everything too. I remember that.
Ooh, are we doxing them today? Don't do it. That's not nice.
Yeah,
That's super gross.
a weird debacle.
That's so gross.
It was in the 90s, I guess. I don't know if I was.
With people?
I don't know if it was one of those things that happened while I was like around or like.
No, it's not, Seppi. It's terrible.
I don't know if it is good or not, but it's unhealthy.
Yeah, I mean, we eat all this like crazy stuff.
It has problems. Also, manure like goes through some treatment processes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was happening there. Anyway, weird story from my childhood. Yeah.
Terrible. But I grew up visiting like this, again, referring to my uncle's cabin, visiting every summer for like many years. And so I feel like I grew up with it. It was always a
like
nice...
a barn, isn't it? Yeah.
So like a nice memory. And then the year like after the horses died, or the last horses that he had, you couldn't smell it in the barn anymore, and it made me really sad.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the smell was gone.
Okay, the beach. Now this is a controversial one.
Is it?
I
feel
think.
like everyone likes the smell of the beach.
Well, this is kind of funny.
Big uncle.
Speaking of the 90s, there's a Seinfeld thread over at least one episode majorly, and then I think it comes up more than once, where Jerry dates this girl who's a model for Calvin Klein, which is big in the 90s. And Kramer had previously, in a previous episode, like a season or two ago, brought up this idea for a cologne called The Beach, where it smells like the beach. Mm-hmm. And people kind of point out, I think it's Jerry. He's like, no, who wants to smell like the beach? There's fish. There's seagull shit everywhere. Like, who wants to smell like the beach, right? And I kind of agree with both of them. Like, if you are out in the sun all day, in the beach, and you're the warm sun, and then you jump in the water, it's kind of cool, and you're going back and forth. You get sand on you, get sand in your hair. You kind of go home, you smell your skin. It usually smells pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And suntan lotion is kind of mixed up in there.
Yeah, I sometimes kind of wonder if it's actually you smelling your own positive endorphins. And because the beach to me inherently has no good smell, and has neutral, no smell, and is only really capable of giving you a horrible smell every now and then, like because something awful is washed up on shore or whatever, right? Like, I don't really know that the beach actually manufactures a good smell.
I associate it with like smelling salt, like
salt
water. Yeah. What dead stuff smells the best? A lot of it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the salt water has a smell that I think can be pleasant. And then I also associate the smell of like suntan lotion in there. Yeah, I don't think of the smell of dead animals when I'm at the beach. But I went to, I mean, you've been to Southern California beaches, Northern California beaches, and East Coast beaches. I feel like oh, here, you want to do Tufts?
I'll do Tufts.
Sweet, I love that.
Do you have a tweezers?
No. Do we need them?
For tufting. No. For tufting work, yes. I'll get them.
Great. I don't know if you want to use these two, but there they are. The beach. What about it?
Yeah, how do
wet.
you... I've been to all kinds of different beaches.
Yeah, so I'm sure they all have their own different smells,
Yeah,
right? Like
sure.
Southern California is like sand beach, pretty like devoid of plant life. And
Cold water current is a big deal.
sure, and I don't feel like has a bad
Correct.
smell.
Yeah.
I don't get a bad... That's the beach type that I
Right.
associate with mostly because that's what I grew up with.
Gulf of Mexico is bathwater
That's
temperature.
fair, yeah.
It's shallow. There's so much life in that. And then warm water current going up the East Coast over to Europe is just a different... Everything's different.
I wonder what it will smell like when we go over there. Are we going to the beach? Soups? Should we go to the beach? It's gonna be freezing cold, but just like go look at it.
Yeah.
I can't even say like, oh, it's the Atlantic Ocean. I've never touched it because I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
It's interesting to see an ocean from the other side, though, right?
That's pretty. That's true. Maybe there'll be something there.
Well, the ocean will be there.
Well, it'll be like different.
Yeah,
though.
the ocean will.
The ocean will be there for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? Maybe there'll be something there.
No, like something to that.
Okay.
Like it'll be different. Never mind.
Maybe
forget
yeah.
I said it.
No, it might be different. That's.
It won't
I mean,
be.
that's true.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like your beaches were way different than our beaches, and so I can see the smell of like death.
The warm water is
invading
actually
it.
kind of nice. In some ways, the East Coast has better beaches than the West Coast, but
Yeah, because you can go in like more often. But do you want to?
well, the outdoor air
I like
temperature,
Southern
the
California
outdoor
beaches.
temperature limits it more on the East Coast.
Yeah.
You can go to the beach more often on the West Coast,
Yeah.
but the water up here, the water is
Water here is
freaking murder.
ridiculous.
It's out of
yeah,
control
it's freezing.
cold.
You have to wear a wetsuit or
Yeah,
you're,
it's
or
crazy.
you'll die.
Okay, beach. I feel a little like we're a little divided on that.
Yeah,
Okay, here's
yeah.
another
Well-
divisive one.
Super divisive, but most people hate this.
Yeah, now
Unless, I don't know, like, do smokers also hate the smell of smoke? Are they just like, I hate this, but I need it?
cigarettes are interesting. I don't know about you guys, but if you're like when I was a kid, growing up, my parents didn't smoke, but my next door neighbor, who was like my best friend growing up, still a great friend of mine. His mom and dad smoked, and there was not a lot in the early '90s of people losing their mind and stuff over smoking in a car with kids.
Oh.
So that just happened
In the 90s? Yes, there was.
in the early '90s. Not in the early '90s.
Oh, sure. Maybe not where you lived, but
Maybe not where I live.
I remember as a kid hearing that my mom would be trapped in the car with her dad, and that this is like, 60s, 70s, and he would smoke and he wouldn't roll down the windows because it was cold or whatever, he didn't
Yeah.
want to. And I remember as a kid feeling like horrified by that.
It is.
What?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Because you learned all this stuff in school, like smoking's bad for
Yeah.
you and dare and
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. And I was like, oh, that's horrible to do to somebody. As a child, I understood that.
I do think I remember being like, this isn't good, even as they smoked in front of me. But I will say this, the smell immediately of a cigarette getting lit is pretty nice. There's
So-
something weird about, I don't know what it is, somebody probably can tell me, but there's something that happens right away when a cigarette's lit that comes out of the cigarette that smells quite good, really good, but then
Tobacco has a nice smell.
the rest of it sucks. And as Ty is mentioning, the worst part is going into a place
Aftermath.
where people have been smoking for decades.
Like any
Oh.
like any casino in Vegas, pretty much. Yeah, and this comes up all the time every year before we go to LVO. Like, all right, we're going to the Rio. It's gonna smell like cigarettes, and yeah, I mean,
I made a joke one time, and I think about this every time, and of course I would never do it. It would be totally insane. I'm also guessing security would like say something, but honestly, the idea of wearing like a scuba tank and a scuba thing walking around the Reno is like, if I saw somebody do that, I would be like,
tank.
I totally get why he's doing that. I'm not even gonna make fun of that person.
Well, you might. I can see you making fun of.
Well, anyone really, right?
You make fun of a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, Meg, this one also just needs a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thanks. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, John, thanks. Yeah, there's something about the first initial like light of a cigarette that hits you, and you're like, oh, that smells really good.
This is my my hot take. I don't hate the smell of cigarette smoke. I would say I don't even actively dislike it.
Okay.
I dislike knowing what it's doing to me and the fact that it's happening, like especially at a like a casino where you're trapped inside with it. I'm like, God, this is so frustrating. I hate this. It's gross. Like, I get that. But the smell itself doesn't bother me.
Okay.
And you and I used to smoke.
You always
shake your head
because
like you're in denial. Like we did.
I
we
know.
Smoked
That's your other thing is telling me I'm in denial on something. Listen, we did
You're not
not
gonna let me finish, so
Meg, we
classic Zach not letting me finish.
Meg, we would buy a single pack of cigarettes when we went on a road trip for like 10 days, and then we would come back home and not smoke like until we did that again, like next year.
We were still smokers. We just weren't regular smokers.
Okay. I never consider
Why
myself
are you
a smoker.
having such a hard time with this?
If a doctor is ever like, have you ever been a smoker? I put no.
Well, then you're a liar.
If
you're
I put
a filthy
yes,
liar. We smoked regularly when we were at camp so that we could go take breaks together.
Like one a day?
That's
two a day?
smoking. That's a habit.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Anyway, that's fine.
All right, we're gonna have to fight about this later.
It's just not.
So we were smokers briefly. Mm-hmm. Probably I stuck to it longer than you did. I mean, I knew it was gross. Like none of
you
that.
had that
like
crazy job you used to smoke with the other teachers.
It's one of these. It became one of these things for me where it was like, yeah, I'd like to go out and socialize with these people. I'll have a smoke with them. It's a social thing to do. But and then eventually I stopped. I got over it. Like I never felt like I needed it. That's not really what we're talking about. But my point is that we did smoke, and I have these sort of positive associations with it. Like, for example, Zach and I got to take our breaks together because we were smoking. And
that was outdoors too, which is
even
nice.
Outdoors though. Like when I go jogging and I run past somebody who's smoking, I'm like, ugh.
I know.
You know, I don't, and it's like right time, right place, but the right time and right place is very far, few and in between.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
But anyway, so that's my hot take. Like the smell of cigarette smoke doesn't actually bother me that much.
I feel like
the act of smoking bothers me. I don't understand why people do it because we all know by now. It's like there's really nothing good you get out of this except now you are hooked and have to keep buying this product.
It just shuts
because you like it.
Honestly, whenever I deal with it, my nose just goes everything in my face just like clogs up as soon as I hit cigarette smoke. It's gotten worse, and nobody smokes in California, so like very rare. Like not a lot.
People smoke in California, but we have way more laws that like protect people from cigarette smoke, basically.
All right.
But like honestly, Zach, never mind. Let's move on. Oh, what is this one?
This is Patchouli. I just looked up a hippie-looking person. I typed up hippies.
Oh yeah, do you guys like patchouli?
Yeah.
Do you?
No. You and I hate this smell.
I think it is one of the most horrible smells on the planet.
You and I absolutely
And I apologize
hate this.
if you are one of the people that like to wear it, but good God, I can't stand it.
I
like it less than cigarette smoke, I'll tell you that.
Maybe me too. It was getting less popular for a while, but I think it's actually back to getting popular again.
I started smelling, like I'd go into these like boutique clothing stores, you know, where it's a really bright inside and all the clothes are very like flowy and like loose and light and airy. And it's like patchouli. And
like every boutique in Los
No,
Gatos.
thank you. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that vibe.
All of the tan and white clothes you can imagine.
Yep.
Loose fitting.
Beige, yeah. Look at me. I'm wearing beige.
Yeah, but anyway.
But what?
Yeah, I mean, you don't wear that a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, but yours is see-through.
Well, some of that is too. But the point is, it's become like it's gone a new crowd. It's like a little more of the yuppie crowd now, I guess. I don't know if yuppie is still a thing, but I can't stand this smell.
I really hate it. Soups, go find it. I'm sure like there are places where you can go in and smell things and
Polly.
I know, finally someone. It's funny because I was sitting here talking about how I don't really hate it. I just don't get it.
Patchouli is just a gosh awful smell.
I associate it with dirty hippies.
I associate it with people that aren't doing well in life.
And like, that's not true. That's not who's wearing it these days. I'm like, God, why do you like this? I hate it.
Like,
all right.
Yeah. Like,
are we offending people now? We're offending people.
Because of our dislike of patchouli. Yeah, I don't know, but you and I really dislike it. I remember it's not too
This
long
is great.
ago.
Now everyone's learning about it, and they can go find it and smell it and tell us they disagree with us.
Not too long
we're
ago,
terrible
I remember
people.
you and I were on a walk. I want to say it was sometime last year, and somebody in front of us had it
Yes.
on, and we were both like furious.
And I was like, I need to get out of
yeah,
here.
we
We
like,
need to
we
power
like
walk
I think
past
we
this
like
person.
jogged or something. We were like, we have to get in front
Yeah.
of this person. This
Can't
totally sucks.
stand it.
And she was like an old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to old ladies having like floral, really strong.
Well, see,
but
that's what they
like,
used. That's from their time,
'cause
right?
when I was a kid, yeah, that's what old ladies wore.
Right.
Now, when we get old, it's going to be all like citrus, and
Right. Yeah, that kind of stuff changes. It's
old
interesting.
people are going to smell like oranges.
Yeah, which is I don't know.
And we're going to be like, yeah, it's a good smell. What's wrong with it?
I know, dude. I know. And like, just like these, like, we talked about this before in stream, where they're like, oh, Gen Z likes to wear their socks pulled up high, or whatever. They don't wear like crew cut socks
Dorks.
when they wear shorts or like a skirt. They
So
like,
they wear high water pants and they pull their socks up high.
yeah, or like like shorts.
Thunder, get in here and explain
Or like
yourself.
shorts with socks pulled up, and it's like, hey guys, do you want to know why we don't do that? Because it looks stupid. You know who does that?
Dorks.
Boomers, old ass people do it. So congratulations, you look like them. Like, I'm not. This is a hill that I'm not vacating.
Absolutely not.
I'm like,
Tall
no,
socks and patchouli.
doesn't look cool, guys. It looks dumb. Some of the stuff younger people do looks great. Like, it looks cool, or like cool fashion sense. But like,
it's
not this one.
Seems fun to constantly run into brambles. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, and the broccoli haircut.
All right. I don't want to make fun of children. I mean, it's fine. Everyone can be an asshole, but
Well, every generation.
but it's true. I do hate that.
It's a
haircut.
rite of passage that every
That's
young boy,
right.
boys always seem to have from like 5th to like 12th grade, the dumbest haircut. It happens every.
Yeah, and I guess it
There's
is
like
fair. Like we've hit that age where we do get to have our rite of passage, where we have some sort of inane complaint about things young people are doing.
Right.
And for us, it's the tall socks, the patchouli, and the haircut.
In general, I'm not a fan of Gen Z fashion.
Oh.
Like what you're talking about, all the beige and white like baggy stuff. Like
What's going on here?
rubber. I want to. This is
smell
actually
is rubber.
The smell's rubber.
The smell's rubber, or the smell is the rubber after
Rubber.
the fact.
No, this is just rubber. This is. I looked up rubber on Envato. No lie.
There's a lot of smells happening in this picture.
No, they're
I
all-
can smell so many things in this picture.
Rubber is the smell.
Sure.
I could have used a tire.
You could have used a tire. That probably would have made more sense.
Well, went
Sense? Get it? Point?
rubber. Rubber is the smell. Here's a bunch of rubber things. How do you feel about the smell of rubber?
I don't.
Grow up, Meg. The smell is rubber. This is what I came up when I searched it.
That's the first thing that.
Silicone's a type of rubber.
Even like. I don't know. No. These don't smell like anything until they've done their job. So
I said grow up!
This is silicone rubber?
All right, we're moving on.
Wait,
You guys
why
can't.
are we moving on? We didn't
right.
talk about it.
Okay. The search history is Envato. I went to Envato and I typed rubber, and that's what came up. Okay. We'll move on to gasoline.
Okay, we're not going to talk about rubber, I guess.
Yeah. How do you feel about gasoline? This is another.
Okay. Yes. Gasoline. It's fine. I don't know. I'm not. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't care that much. It's not.
Some people like it.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
I feel very neutral about gas station smells. I was trying to think like where does this sit with me, and it's like it's somewhere in the middle.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, real interesting.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I liked it. But it also would make me sick pretty quick. Give me a headache. And so, as you can tell, being in a car, I also got motion sickness.
Yeah, which you still get.
Being a passenger in a car was an unpleasant
Oh my
experience
God,
for
we
me
had
as a kid.
so many people drop because of that picture, Zach. I hope you're happy.
I don't think that's why.
No, they just don't like us.
Anyway, yeah, so gas station smell is something I think some people like. As an adult, as I've aged, I don't like it anymore. And have any of you guys ever like accidentally gone like smallest amount of gas ever on a piece of your clothing that you then get in your car and wear? And you leave the gas station and you're like, wow, it still smells like gas. Wow, it still smells like gas. Like 15 minutes later, you're like, wow, I hate this. That's happened to me, and that is miserable. Like, we have a gas station right next to our apartment. I've gone a little bit of gas on my shoe before I was about to go somewhere. I came back home and changed shoes because I'm like,
It was so bad.
yeah, I put the shoes like out on the patio. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this smell like for the drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I hate that. Yeah. But you're like whatever.
I feel neutral about it. I don't know. What is getting 2-stroke fuel all over you sucks.
Yeah, 2-stroke fuel is super smelly. It's what they use in lawnmowers.
Okay.
And it is really smelly. It's like it's because it's oil, right? Molecule. It's like mixed with oil, basically. It's like what older lawnmowers and stuff use.
Like the pole chain ones?
Well, again, older
than
ones.
that? Oh.
Well, no, those, but like older versions of those, like from the 90s and stuff. I don't know if they still use 2-stroke oil in like mowers and stuff like that nowadays. It's super unclean. They still use it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, fuel and oil. Yeah, it's super unclean. In fact, like a lot of cities in the Bay Area, in the South Bay, have outlawed leaf blowers unless they're electric.
I was hoping just because they're loud and annoying.
Leaf blowers are, God, they suck.
They are the worst.
There
we go. Yeah, I don't like the smell. Yeah, like leaf blower.
That's a gasoline. That's 2-stroke. fuel.
Okay, I don't like that.
Yeah, San Jose,
And
they're sadly
and
not outlawed.
I
but
have to experience that when I go jogging and somebody's like leaf blowing, and I'm like, can you get a fucking rake? What good does this do anybody? You're just blowing leaves around the street.
Leaf blowers,
such a dumb
everything about
idea.
leaf blowers sucks. They're loud. They smell bad.
They don't do shit.
They're crazy loud. Yeah, all you're doing is blowing shit all over the place. They're awful.
Just do it.
Sorry if you like leaf blowers. We hate leaf blowers.
We hate leaf
If you
blowers.
guys are a leaf blower
We
fan,
hate leaf blowers more than cigarette smell.
Yeah, honestly, I do. God, I hate leaf blowers.
Yeah. I hate everything about them. Yeah. Noise pollution.
The electric
air
ones aren't as
pollution.
loud. They also don't work as well, I'm sure. But anyway, don't get us started on leaf blowers.
Well, if you have an acre, who cares?
Well, then you run a mower over
Right,
it and you mulch it down.
Why would you be
that's
using
what
leaf
we
blower
did.
anyway?
And I did and I also did landscape when I was in college. And I used a leaf blower and I hated using it.
They made you use it. Did you feel like you needed to use it, like for what you were doing?
Well, so what you would use it for is blowing off people's driveways, like any of the cut grass and stuff you got onto it.
Also, sorry, I'm not.
But we could have used an
I'm
electric
not talking
one.
about acreages. If you're living on acres, then nobody can hear you. Like, go use your dumb leaf blower then. But I'm talking. We live in a society where we have next door neighbors, and there's a ton of people all in one spot, and we're all frustrated all the time because everything's too damn expensive. And now I have to wake up to this fucking leaf blower too.
Yeah,
I hate it.
They suck.
It's stupid. So I'm talking about something else.
Yeah.
All right. Gas.
We did it.
We're back to leather. Great. We did do it.
We got it. We talked about smells. What was your favorite of all the smells?
I don't even remember what they all were. Maybe cut grass.
Cut grass?
Yeah.
I think mine probably was fish market. As long as it's not a gross fish market. Look at that. It looks pretty cool. The glowing green looks very nice, Meg, on the bases. So this guy has been tufted up. He's pretty much, I'm going to say, good.
You can take this one too.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's ready for tufting?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Again, here are these two little guys, tufted up. There's one more. Meg's kind of cleaning up. There's an area that got messed up, and so we got to fix that. Looking good. Okay, and then...
I'm still painting a couple of them, and I'll...
Yeah, let me get this
give those
guy.
to you.
Okay.
Here, we can put it in frame maybe.
Yeah.
Do you want me to adjust the camera for you?
I think I can do it.
It's a little dark. Here, I got it.
Now we got to fit the purple sun of Shaiish on here also is the problem. I'm worried that your cool pool in the middle is going to get covered up.
That's okay. Is that good? That might be good. You guys tell me. Okay. The smell when it's about to rain. Yeah, does anybody dislike that smell? That's not a displeasant. That's not a
Rain smell pretty good, right? Yeah.
controversial smell, I think.
But after it rains, smelly,
I guess it depends on what was there.
smelly
when it
earthworms.
rained. Yeah.
Smelly earthworms. Oh, God, that's an awful smell.
Is it?
I hate the smelly earthworm smell.
I don't think I've ever thought about it.
Not going to use God hands for it.
As being a...
It's a great way to break a pair of God hands right there.
What did I do?
No, me. I was about to use God hands
no.
for something that are too...
I usually am the problem, so...
Well, no, that's not true. But God hands just are a little fragile, and on this, I don't trust. Like, there's like this GW plastic from China when they were doing endless spells and terrain over there that has broke my God hands before.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, you know, they come with a lifetime warranty, so they'll replace them for you.
Which ends up really being the secret, right?
I guess.
They also this other brand I got that I kind of like more than God hands, that Rudy sent us. Actually, what I found out is they give you like all these ways you're supposed to use them and not use them, and you kind of roll your eyes at first because you're like, oh my gosh, these are just gonna break all the time if I don't use them. But then like you get used to it, and I kind of wish God hands did that. Like it didn't tell me like things that I need to be careful of when I'm using them, and or at least I don't remember there being like a package of information for that. But the other ones we got had it like right as soon as you open the box, it was like, warning, only use these like this, and it showed all these ways not to use them. And the big one is cutting near the edge of the clippers.
Okay.
I'll show people in a second here what
Yeah.
I mean by that. So like when you use these, you're not supposed to like cut things like right up here like this. You're supposed to get it deeper down into here. And that's how mine broke, was like these parts chipped off because they're thin and fragile. You want to like get down in here a little bit more. But like weirdly, like I don't remember seeing that in my God hands, like packet, like the paperwork or whatever they gave me. Okay, we got an endless sun.
Endless sun?
Purple sun.
Okay. Cool.
All right, now I'm going to tuft him up a little bit.
Broken Chef, thank you for the super chat. I missed a bit. Have we talked about, I hate this word, Twilight Manifestations or Dark Oath, Black Talon, all the important stuff? Thanks, Chef, for the super chat and the party lights. No, we were talking about horrible smelly things.
Well,
For
not
a lot of
necessarily
this.
horrible.
Twilight.
Oh,
Is it Twilight? I still hate it.
I hate it too.
That makes sense.
I hate it
but
too. I'm going to just keep calling it Twilight.
I think it's stupid. Like,
I don't know why it wasn't
it
called...
should have the GH.
I don't know why they didn't call it Twilight Sorceries.
And then lit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Twi-lit would still have the GH. It's messing with me, you guys. We talked a little bit about manifestations at the start, right? You were kind of going through like what they all do and how people are feeling about them.
Yeah.
Our off-topic segment today was about endless smells. So you missed that.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Black Talon though.
No,
Did we
there's nothing to talk about. We watched it. It was great. Watch Blacktown. If you guys haven't seen Blacktown, check it out. Season 2 is coming out, though.
Dark Oath. Did you talk about Dark Oath?
No, that's Chef who keeps talking about Dark Oath.
Well, Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. We didn't rank the best smells. You know what's funny, Boris, is I was like, Polly really hates when we discuss and then rank because we always rediscuss when we do the ranking, and he made fun of us for it, and I was like, so I don't want to do it today. We're not ranking it.
That's why we didn't do it, because of Polly?
Polly, yeah.
Oh my God.
He made me feel stupid.
You were like getting mad at me for wanting to rank it.
Don't do it.
And I was like, okay.
We're going to get made fun of.
Oh my God, he makes fun of us for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Polly dictated the stream today. Fucking villain over here.
I didn't realize that was why. I'm glad you didn't say anything, because I would have been like, we're
doing it. No, I don't want Polly to be mean to me. Broken Chef. Again, how do dark oaths smell? Like sweat and leather. Is that true?
What? They smell, yeah, probably like sweat and leather. That is probably true. Yes, they do have a lot of leather.
Do they wear horse? Do they ride horses?
Yeah, some
okay,
of
so
them.
they smell like barn smells too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's arguing about how to pronounce this goddamn word. If they just spelled it right, this wouldn't be a problem.
I have a funny story though, Polly, for you. Actually, I'm making a list of some candy to send to Rashawn.
Should spell it like this.
Twillet.
Twiglet.
It looks Gaelic.
It looks worse.
Looks Gaelic. So I'm making a list of some candies to send to Rashawn, and I've been trying to find different black licorices and stuff. And there's this black licorice I get from the grocery store, and it's these like little it'll be like
It should be painted.
It'll be like there's a variety of them, and they're like little sandwich licorices. Like there'll be black licorice in the middle, and then there'll be like white like confectionery, like powdery, like sandwichy, chewy stuff that's like the same consistency as the licorice surrounding them. And they're like these like little sandwich varieties. Some are pink and black, some are white and black. Polly, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Maybe you don't. But what's funny about it is I was like, these are good. I'm going to send these to Rashawn because I like these a lot. And I'm going to send him American licorice. And what happens is they come in a giant bag, I guess. And then the grocery store, they put them in these little containers where they also like do the same things with like nuts and different like bulk things that they package for you in the U.S. And so I looked at the top of the licorice thing. I was like, where? And then it says product of the Netherlands. And I was like, well, I'm not going to send these to Polly, damn it. They're just
That'd be pretty
they're
funny.
just from the Netherlands. Or not
Actually, that'd
Polly,
be really
to
funny.
Rashawn. They're just from the Netherlands.
We go shopping at like the specialty stores.
And I just send Rashawn stuff that he can get at,
and
right?
we send like soups, like the UK stuff.
Thanks.
Like, okay.
It's actually kind of a flex.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
guess.
oh yeah, we've got your shit over here too, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. All right, we need to talk fan stuff, Zach. It is 11:40.
Oh wow, time just
Hello?
flies by when you're talking about smells.
Hello, hey, Colonel Panic. Yeah, I hate the way Twilight. Is that?
I really.
Now every
I don't
way
know.
I
I don't
say
know.
it-
I don't know.
Every way I say it now sounds stupid. I don't know how to. Twilight. Yeah, Twillet is dumb. Twilight. Okay. Yeah, we need to do our fan stuff. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
It sounds like toilet. Yeah, it's terrible. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. You guys did stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be in charge.
This is this is Sad Tony. He's a local.
We know Sad Tony.
You know this guy. Yeah, he's a local. He's been painting ultramarines. He's been killing it, man, with these ultramarines. They look good. Good work.
Yeah, it's really pretty. What a nice job on that smoke.
It's funny because ultramarines are like, if you were going to say, what is the quintessential, basic, most thing you think of when you think of Games Workshop wargaming? Mm-hmm. And also, sometimes it's like kind of like, is it the most boring thing? Oh. But these just don't look boring. They look so cool. Not the way
these have been painted.
Yeah, and I mean, I really don't. So
clean.
many people paint ultramarines to look amazing.
I know.
And this is a great example of it.
Yeah.
Meg, what's very funny, see the smoke that's lifting off these guys? Mm-hmm. That's not what they came with. That's a third-party thing.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
They've become very popular. The thing that keeps them up normally is this little plastic thing that they tried.
Which is dumb.
Nobody
likes that.
Nobody likes it. It's also what my eels natively use.
Okay.
And I don't use them either because they're just absolutely awful.
Dumb. Yeah.
But yeah, these third-party blast things, jetpack smoke things are so cool. And you know what? I know somebody nowadays. This is how GW does most of their when they want to do it, they work it into the model. Mm-hmm. When somebody's flying, like Lorelei, for example, is flying, although she doesn't fly rule, but she's like up on a twig, kind of like your boy Teclis, right?
Yeah. She floats. I don't think she flies.
Lorelei?
She just sort of hovers.
Yeah, right, but she's hovering on a stick. Like, they didn't give her a flying stand, is my point.
Well, because
right?
she doesn't have a fly keyword. It wouldn't make sense.
Oh, my God.
She's just a floater.
Anyway, I think that...
yeah. These are lovely.
I think that GW wishes they had come up with this.
Yeah,
to make-
probably.
This is Caden,
Yeah,
Dan, Tall
Dan.
Dan. We know this guy from
do.
SoCal.
We know you.
He's getting into Iron Jaws. He's doing this reddish skin, kind of like our dear friend Liberty Furs. Mod, big supporter of the channel. We love that guy. We love this guy. Red Orcs, looking good. Actually, their forces look pretty similar, and they're both great painters.
It's cool to see another like not green orc clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was wild about Liberty Fire's orcs? And I'm guessing Dan's are going to be the same, is that they look cool when you see pictures of them, but when you see them up close, the like metallic it goes so much further, right? Like Liberty's looked, when we saw them up close, we were like, wow. I'm guessing, Dan's a great painter. I'm guessing it's going to be the same here. I mean, they look
excited
cool
to see
here,
them in person,
but I am
yeah.
excited to see them in person.
Yeah. Molecule.
This guy.
I saw this in our Discord and was like, is this a 3D rendering?
Yeah, it almost doesn't look real.
He's like the king of glazes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. It looks like like a 3D sculpt.
That's what they call Molecule.
I love the base.
The glaze
so
king.
weird.
Yeah. The base. Well, and then
Does the base come like that?
No,
or did he
he's
made
added
that,
all
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tentacle stuff has been added, and then the way he
Well, I know
like
the tentacles, but the like gnarly looking like fleshy swirly base. Did he build that? I can't remember.
and then it pulls up into the model, right? It's a really interesting way of incorporating the model in the base.
Yeah. I do love that. Gorgeous.
Yeah, this is really good.
Ty.
Ty, yeah.
Ty is also doing manifestations.
Ty going for those ether vault machines. Ty, which one are you most excited? You remember it's +1 to banish for each one you bring out now. So after the first one,
Well, don't let that stop you, Ty.
so this is what Saray.
Live your best life.
Yeah, Saray's loving these. He likes all of them. He weirdly likes the pendulum a lot, and I think the pendulum's
he does.
pretty good. It can cause some serious problems for people, but it's also a little easy to avoid. Anyway, yes, cogs. Yeah,
These are
cogs are
cool.
good too. Yeah, these look great. Ty, and I appreciate you keeping them reined in and themed together. I like when people do that, as you can tell from what we're doing here. Yeah.
This is Pat C.
Yeah.
Look how fun. What are these guys?
These are ratlings from 40K.
Okay.
There's a number of species in the Imperium, Meg, that are human adjacent. They're called abhumans.
Okay.
So most of them are based
Wait,
off
these are
of
ratlings?
They're based off halflings or hobbits.
People have been saying ratlings, and I've been picturing fucking rats.
No, they're like hobbits.
Okay.
It's 40K's hobbit.
Got it.
They have hobbits, ogres, and dwarves in the Imperium.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so easily tricked.
Actually, I don't know if they have dwarves
These
anymore.
are cute.
But
And
yeah.
Pat does such a nice job with his scenery. The base is fantastic. It's like a little tiny diorama.
Yeah. Now a lot of that is the model itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a good job with it.
They're like, yeah, he did a great job with it. The food, they're kind of like sneaky sniper little guys, but I love the coffee up at the top. Do you see that?
Yeah.
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 The tea,
That's so
or
good.
coffee, all the food. This is kind of like they're very much like not jokingly ripped off from The Hobbit.
Sure.
Yeah, that's like exactly what
That's
they
fair.
are. Yeah.
That's what happens.
Who was this?
I love this.
This is Dandelion. Alarion Dandelion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks great. I love this blue.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I love
base
all
is
of
really
it.
cool.
It's all very
All
well done. It's
snowy.
good color. Like,
Icy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alil has been jamming through projects for that hobby bingo card. So hopefully they'll get to level 5 and have their minds blown. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I love the blues. I love the like icy nature of this color scheme, even though
Well,
it
it
doesn't
is-
need to be. Like the
Yeah.
bases are cool, and then also the mount is like icy looking too.
it is a snow base,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah. Yeah, this looks great, man.
Oh, thank you for sharing. Ooh. This was a collection from a bunch of pictures.
This is Chef.
This is Chef. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So Chef. Yeah. Here you go, Chef. Here's your Dark Oath. Like literally your Dark Oath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chef
There's
had.
the important things, right, Chef?
We typically only share one picture from each person unless there's like something really amazing or weird going on or like a two-parter or whatever. Chef had a lot of stuff this week. I had one thing picked out, and then I got to these, and I was like, actually, this is my favorite. Look at the shields, Meg.
I know.
Really
They're
cool.
really pretty.
And he's got like a million of these. This look very impressive on the battlefield, having
Yeah.
all these finished.
And they do smell like sweat and leather.
Yeah.
He has a little car air freshener hanging out underneath
Oh yeah.
the display board. Whose is this? This is a cool model. I feel like I'm not familiar with this model. Is this Beasts of Chaos?
No.
Okay.
This is the
I'll
chaos.
shut up before I...
This is the no. That's okay. This is the Chaos Chariot kit.
Okay. Okay, this is Liam. Liam T.
This is the Chaos Chariot kit, and it builds this thing or the normal chariot.
Okay.
This thing is called a Gore. I forget what it's called. Gore Beast something.
Okay.
And so that's what this is, and it is pretty cool. Yeah, it's like this like weird monster thing that pulls a chariot. Yeah, nice work.
It's so cool.
He had a few pictures of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go check it out.
It's super cool. It's very muted, but I like it.
It's done really
It's very
well.
nurgly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very nurgly. I
Yeah.
think that's what he's going for.
Oh, it's a converted rider.
Yeah, it's a Nurgle rider, huh? Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's like doing a Nurgle.
I love it.
A Nurgle thing with it.
Timbit finished this base.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gorgeous.
It looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Do we know? I forget.
What do you mean? What's going on here?
Sorry. What will live on this base? Has he shown
I
it?
totally forget.
I forget too.
He's shared it. Tell us, Timbit. You're in chat. Underworld's goblins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But man, is this gorgeous! I love this base so much. Sorry, like this is, you guys gotta check it out in our Discord and just zoom in and check out the brush strokes. You'll learn a lot just by looking at the brush strokes, I think.
Yeah. Timbit does do classes. Something like this would be interesting, covering how. But honestly, you can learn a lot from looking at it. And one of the things that he just did was I really like the like. I'm trying to think how to say this. The way he like picked where to put the green.
Yeah.
Because at first I was
It's a
like,
light source. Right, yeah.
right, and the light source is at like, okay, so if this is a clock, the light source
Like
source
5 o'clock.
it's at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
nice.
that's really amazing and like helpful to think about. Yeah, nice work.
Yeah, it's beautiful. These are Filippo's. Yeah, Timbit's the stroke master.
Glaze master.
Yeah, gross.
Filippo's,
somebody meme
yes.
that.
Yeah, this is Pollyons.
This is Filippo. Filippo, you're in chat with us today. Good to see from you. See from you, I guess.
Good
right?
to see
and
from
hear
you.
from you.
Yeah.
In our Discord and in chat. These are
Yeah.
really cool. They're gross, huh? These little snowy rats.
Yeah, these
Rat
are
monsters.
these storm fiends. Yeah, these look great.
Yeah.
He's
More snow bases.
He's painting. Yeah, and it's like the ice, right? And actually there's the way he got the picture here doesn't super show off the bases, but I love these bases.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. Thanks, Filippo. Look at these. Oh, look at the flames. That's so cool.
Oh, who is this?
Let's find
it's
out.
like a Blood Bowl
Let's
person.
go look in our pile with the names to the side. Oh, is this Legion of the Bland?
Yeah.
Have we met this person before?
I don't
that
think.
I knew.
I think they've had stuff on the stream before, but
But these are this is
Blood Bowl
yeah.
orcs. Yeah, look at
And also in the snow, right?
like a little snow.
I like that. Like it's a snowy day.
Yeah,
The weather's
look
always
great.
snowy.
These look great, Meg. The skin, the fires.
Yeah, I love that they went with that look. We did the flames for Space Marines like a couple
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
What
yeah.
was that?
Legion of the Damned.
Legion of the Damned. These are like Legion of the Damned orcs. It's very cool. Very, very well done. I think they're really cool looking.
Boris.
Boris.
Yeah.
Hello, Boris. We see you.
These are tiny, big guys.
So much yellow. Oh, man. And I know, like, there were so many good pictures of these guys this week.
Yeah.
But it's nice to pick a close-up one. But check out the server so you can see the whole collection. There's a nice little family pic of all of the yellow guys at the end. But yeah, we went with this one because it has a nice close-up of detail.
You know what's awesome about Boris?
What is awesome about Boris,
Well,
Zach?
we just watched Boris paint an crazy amount of very pristine, clean white scars. The white Space Marines he's been posting for like a year and a half. And now here we're seeing that he just kind of flawlessly goes into dirty stuff too. Like, because his white scars are very clean. They're not weathered that much, right?
Yeah.
But he wanted to not do that. Because when I was playing 40K, I was playing factions, Eldar and Assyriani and Tau, that I never want to weather them because I thought that these were factions that looked like they would keep their stuff clean.
Yeah.
And I think white scars are sort of like that too because they come from this
I mean, if you're going to wear white, you got to keep it clean.
You got to keep it. Well, they also kind of come from a background of like in their Earth lineage was like Mongolian like raider people like who had like raised horses and stuff. That's why they all ride bikes. And so they're like really into keeping their stuff clean. So he did that.
Yeah.
And now here he's doing weathering. It's awesome.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, Polly, making a mockery of our.
What is this like a thing you could buy in the Nether?
It's like I don't know if he was joking about it being IKEA, like because it was so easy to put together, or if he actually got this from IKEA. It's just a little chocolate mousse. I think it's cute. It took them all of 2 seconds to assemble because there's 3 pieces. But it counts. Does it count? Does it count for the bingo board Liberty Fires?
No.
It is from IKEA. Okay. Thanks, Polly, you goofball.
Yeah.
Where's your painting? We want to see your painting.
This is Infinity.
Infinity.
Yeah.
I love these. Yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
These are so gorgeous, and I love the waves. I remember Infinity did the Kron spine conversion and that was the one I picked to show off because it was my favorite. And he's like, oh my gosh, that was the one I did really quickly, and it had this really cool wave base.
Yeah.
And I love that the wave bases are still a thing.
Well, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here to talk about. The eels, the stripes. We were chatting about this. When you do these stripes, you really sell this effect by putting the darker color on the outside like that. But also, I'm going to draw everyone's attention to the conch shell, which looks really nice.
What? Where?
It's their
You mean
instrument.
the shields? Oh.
It's the one lady here.
I see it.
That's their
I see it.
instrument.
Yeah, that's cool. Playing
a conch shell like that, and it's really nice.
The color palette is very inspiring.
It's a great color palette.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to use this now.
He reined his color palette in a lot, which I do appreciate. And it's this teal, pink, purple, and then the gold over top of it is
perfect.
Really nice.
Yeah. And the sand kind of bounces off the gold. Yeah, it's just a really nice.
It's great
composition.
This is Lumineth, which is nice to see.
Is this soy sumer or is this? Oh shoot! Now I'm forgetting. I think it is soy sumer. Okay. So these look like the flooring looks like one of those molds, right? One of those rollers, maybe, or do they come with bases like this?
I don't know. I don't think so.
But like super intricate, man. Love the Dawn Riders.
Yeah, these are the horses that are riding out.
Yeah. Oh, and I really love the inverse flag, like the intaglio. The recesses are white and the flag is dark, and I love that. That's very cool.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Some crazy stuff happening.
Nice to see your work again.
Yeah, it is. Actually, we haven't seen something from him for a while. No, can I chat? This is Seppi. Last week we looked at something of Seppi's, and we were talking about how he does this almost grayscale. Like you could almost see this in like a Frank Miller, like 300 type vibe or whatever, right?
Sure.
And I kind of asked him on stream last week, I said, I'm curious if he's done the Maul Crusher. And he had. And so he posted this picture of his Maul Crusher, which also looks awesome in grayscale. There's a conversion going on too. That's actually a Beastclaw Raider piece up atop. that ogre, that
yeah,
thing.
that's
You've
right.
recognized
I was
that.
like, that looks familiar.
Yeah, super cool. The grayscale works here. Yeah, man, I love the grayscale thing
Yeah.
he's doing with his iron jaws. Oh, this is
Siege Roots.
Siege Roots, yeah,
Yeah.
who we haven't seen from in a little while. This is nice, cranking out some
Nice and
again,
clean,
nice and
yeah.
clean ultramarines, nice shields.
Oh, I like the bases too.
I do like
This
the bases.
looks like that sand.
It's smooth.
Texture,
It looks
yeah.
good. It doesn't look
Looks nice.
it doesn't look like I'm trying to think. Sometimes sand can look too gritty, or he hasn't painted over or dry brushed it in a way that like calls attention to the fact that it's basing material. So it just looks natural. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. These are nice and clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Vino.
Okay.
Yeah, Vino's
Wait,
finishing.
is this Vino?
I think no. Vino's
this-
the next one. Sorry.
No, Vino's not even on this list.
What?
T Neva.
Oh, T-Neva.
Yeah. There's no Vino on this list.
Oh, Vino.
Yeah.
I thought okay.
Are these Blood Angels or are they just red?
I think these are Blood Angels.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I was like, I'm always looking for the little like drop.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I do see a chalice
The
here.
chalice.
Like, it's collecting drops, I assume. But this is cool.
Yeah, these are, I think, are these catacros? Or, not catacros, what are they called?
30K. Okay.
What is the tank that's in, what is the tank that's in both 30K and 40K? Is that the newish one that came out? And he's magnetized all the gun options,
Yeah.
smart.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
For the turret.
very nice. I love this, like, orangish, I believe that's squig orange, used for the edge highlight. Squid orange highlights red really nice.
Yeah. Your eye reads it as red. Okay, last one. This is Sister Melody.
Oh yeah, Sister Melody.
Yeah, and this is definitely Blood Angels.
This is Flesh Terrors, which are also
wait.
basically Blood Angels.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, because I see a drop of blood.
It's a successor chapter, so it's like,
oh my god, too much lore.
it's like Blood Angels who went out and start their own franchise.
Their own franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like it's sort of like Chipotle with McDonald's.
Oh my god.
You don't know it's owned by McDonald's, and then when you find out, you're like,
you're like,
wow.
oh. Okay.
Except for this one, you do kind of know because of the blood drop.
The blood drop tricked me.
Looks good. Base looks good. I like this model, and she's done a nice job here on this. Good weathering.
Yeah.
Simple, just like oily kind of stuff, but I like it.
Yeah, Melody is trying to get into AOS. She's a 40K player, but trying to get into AOS and having trouble getting her hands on some stuff. So she was in Hobby Hang with us the other day, and we're like, yeah, we have a bunch of leftover stuff we're going to send it to you.
Yeah.
More reasons to hang out with us in Hobby Hang. You never know when you're going to get free shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Meg. Let's take a look, see where
Yeah.
these guys are at.
I
So,
think we're done.
wait, the Purple Sun last. He's the
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so here's the Maelstrom, Malevolent Maelstrom. Let me make sure we're in focus here. That looks good, right? Yeah. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, it's
so,
just dark.
okay.
I would say, yeah, tip it.
So there we go. I pulled out the faces a little bit. I like this pink and
yeah.
magenta with the green. Looks very cool. There's him. Here are the chains. Now we kind of custom modded the chains because we cut these parts off. And so, but I like it so much. It gives it. They look more 3D, especially this guy. Right. So here we are. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Look for these on a stream soon from us. Here's the Gravetide.
Yep. Oh yeah, the green and the pink combo is pretty clutch.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't.
Oh, we got to finish the back.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, we should probably finish
I
it.
finished the back on the other ones. It kind of weirdly looks worse.
I think we should finish it.
So yeah, there's that. And then last but not least is
The big sun.
our boy, the Purple Sun, our friend. Here he is.
Yay.
He's tilting a little. No, I think he's okay.
It's all
actually.
right.
Yeah,
He'll be all right.
there he is.
Well,
We
I'm
did
still
it.
going to try to use the mandrel whenever I can, but he subs in for my gnashing jaws now these days. Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
I didn't think we were going to get out of here this close to being on time. Oh, and we didn't end our poll.
We didn't enter a poll. We also
There we
didn't get
go.
to bingo.
Oh, you're right.
Should we bingo update
I
real
totally
quick? or-
forgot because it is new. Never mind. We're gonna go a little late. So,
Yeah.
Let's do bingo.
Quick bingo
I'm a
update.
liar.
There's some bingo stuff going on. Let's
We'll
see.
just talk about the rules over the entries. Yeah. Oh, look, it started with mine. That's funny. Like, it didn't mean for that to happen, but yeah, a lot of good progress in bingo this week.
Yes. There's the inverted bingo
Do you
card.
want to talk about the rules, Zach?
It's pretty straightforward. You're gonna message Liberty Fire still to get one of these.
We're still encouraging the torturing of Liberty Fires.
And then
Make sure you message
and then I mean it's pretty straightforward. It's a hobby bingo, so you're filling out things, you're marking them off. When you finish one, you get a second weirder bingo card, and then I think there's now even a third weird bingo card. Listen,
sounds like there's plans for 5.
the prize, we plan on being around for a while, folks. The prize is that in your Discord, you get a cool thing saying you did a thing, and like it's like on your it's like a badge thing,
Yeah.
right? And that way, over time, you just have the most badges, and you just look cool. It's kind of like a North Korean military general. You just get all those badges on your uniform.
I don't want to associate us that way.
But a good version of that.
Okay.
You just get a lot of cool badges.
It's been really encouraging people to hobby, which has been nice. I love everyone has like their own bunny rabbit, right, that they're following.
Yeah.
And then we get to sit here and make fun of the bingo cards and how sloppy they are.
We haven't done that today, but we'll get back to it next week.
We'll do it.
I like what's going on here with the diamonds.
I know.
Although,
very
I mean,
cool,
also like
Leo.
try hard much.
Jeez. Wow, Zach.
Is this a printed one?
Yeah, there's people printing them out. I think that's very sweet.
All right, there's
Cody's.
It looks like a football. It looks like Madden 94.
Oh my gosh, Zach.
All right, well, we'll make fun of him more next week.
Yeah.
But for now, we did it, Meg.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
We
guys.
got,
Didn't
wow,
mean to rush through
this was a great hobby hang because
we actually finished something.
and we finished something that we can like just start using right now.
Yeah. Right this second.
Yeah. This is great. Thank you, Meg, for helping me with these.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be on
nice
they'll be on the show, and we can see what all the hubbub is about. Are they better than Primal?
No.
We'll find out.
Nothing better than Primal. Yeah, we'll probably join Hobby Hang later today, maybe. We're still up in the air. We need to get lunch. We weren't sure if we were going to play today or Hobby Hang. So we're either going to Hobby Hang with you or we're going to do a practice game with the Mandrills.
Yep.
So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all your support. Really appreciate it. Keeps us going. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And always be creating.
Bye, folks.
Bye.